Everyone, Shish Kebaba here, coming right back at you with another Boom Beach video. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, today we have a special video for you. Welcome to Cryo Bomb 101. This is by far the best thing to come with the winter update, at least in my opinion. It is just a temporary GBE ability. We're not sure how long it's going to last. I've heard speculation ranging from 2 weeks to 2 months, so we'll find out. I'll let you know if I find anything more concrete. But inquiring minds want to know many things about this ability, and there's not much information out there. There's nothing documented in the game that I could find. We want to know things like, what is the duration? What is the slow effect? How much does it really slow the building, you know? What damage does it do? What is the GBE cost? And finally, what is the radius check? I've set up tests for all this. I had to build different builder bases to work out this data, but I've done it just for you guys, and I'm here to share it with you right now. First of all, I want to announce I have broken the top 100 in Canada. Yay! And we're going to keep going. Next mark, top 50, guys. Top 50. You see that? It's just at 1208. I'm sure we can do it. Sure we can do it. Anyway, let's jump into the builder base. I'm going to take on probably the trickiest test for me to perform first. I've already failed many times trying to do this in the video. This is going to be for the slow effect. We need to figure out how much does it actually reduce the fire rate of these buildings? I'm going to tell you what the answer is right now so we know what we're looking for in the test. The answer is buildings will fire at 25% of the normal speed. Now in this test, we're going to have the right side of the screen shocked, or slowed, I guess, with the cryo bomb, and the left sniper tower will not be slowed. We will observe the left sniper tower taking 4 shots before the first one even takes a single shot at bullet. After that, I just have to keep the cryo bomb cycled, which is kind of where I've messed up before. But we're going to see that, again, that pattern of 4 shots for every 1 shot will continue. Hence, it's a 25% reduction in speed. Let's get right into it, guys. And we're going to also do it under smoke, so it's fair. So they both have both sniper towers will lock onto bullet at the exact same time. Okay, here we go. It's the talking part that messes me up on this. It's a little bit tricky. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. There you go. 1, 2, 3, 4. There you go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, guys, I think we proved it. Look at that. Buildings fire at 25% of their normal rate. Excellent. Now we know. And knowing's half the battle. Nope, gotta confirm that. Smoke them out of there. Run, bullet, run. Oh yeah, you guys notice I got cryos loaded. I'm getting real serious about this VP push, so yeah, I want to lock up all the gold I can. Gold is important, but that's, again, not the point of this video. Okay, so the slow effect test is done. Checking that one off the list. I hope you guys brought your pencil and paper as well, because we got a lot of information for you. Alright, what is next? What is next? Let's go back to the shish kebab layer here. I've been building quite a few things. You know, guys, if you haven't checked out this base builder, well, you can see the address right there. You really should. You really, really should, because it's a really neat tool that they've created. It's a little bit tricky to use. I had to build all these on my cell phone. I wasn't able to log in with my mom's computer. Long story. But, yeah, so this one in particular, guys, this one, oh, took a while. This is the Cryo Bomb radius check. And, I think for all of these, I'm going to tell you the answer before we actually do the test. The radius of the cryo bomb is 7.5 tiles. Now, how we're going to determine that is from this lovely little grid that I've set up. Each of the squares that are covered by the boom mines cover a tile space of 5, right? It's basically this entire grid of mines is a 20 by 20 grid, okay? So, you can count it off. We got 4 squares, 4 big squares on the bottom, 4 times 5 is 20. I think you get the point. What we're going to do is drop a cryo bomb right in the middle, like right on this shock mine right here, and then we're just going to count how many mines are destroyed, okay? At the same time, we can also talk about the GBE cost of the cryo bomb. Actually, I think everybody knows this already. It's kind of a no-brainer. Anyone can do this test. Obviously, it's 6 for the first one, and then it's going to be plus 8 after that. So the first one costs 6, the second one 14, the third 22, etc. Okay, we've covered that point. Let's check that one off too. But now for the radius check, guys. Remember, the radius is 7.5. So let's drop it right on the middle there. Boom! Look at all that glorious destruction. Now, how do we know it's 7.5? Well, we're going to measure the diameter. Now, looking at the horizontal diameter, we still see 3 mines over here. We see the 1 shock mine and the 2 boom mines. On the right side, we only see 2. We see the 1 shock mine and 1 boom mine. Now, since there's 20 mines going across, and there's still 5 standing between both sides, 20 minus 5 is 15. That means the diameter is 15. And as you guys remember from geometry class, I know you do, right? You guys are smart. The radius is half of the diameter. Therefore, if the diameter is 15, the radius is 7.5. We can also validate this by checking the vertical diameter. We see the exact same pattern. Here down at the bottom, we've got 2 boom mines and 1 shock mine. And at the top, we've got 1 shock mine and 1 boom mine. Again, that's 15 for the diameter and 7.5 for the radius. So guys, the radius check tells us it is 7.5. Pretty sexy base, huh? It took so long. I had to do it all on the cell phone. Okay, retreating from this one. Now what are we going to jump into? We are going to jump into, I don't know, the next one I see, basically. Got to rotate the phone again. I'm pretty sure this comes out well on the video. I hope it does. Where'd my face go? There it is. Okay. Got to move my face over here. Going back to the shish kebabber homepage, if you will. Slow test, damage check, radius check. How was I doing the time one? I'm trying to remember now. Oh, it's getting late, guys. Okay, for the damage check, let's just jump into this. Damage check. Come on. Here we go. Test the base. Rotate the screen. Oh, I remember how I do the duration. We'll do the duration on this one as well, but let's start with the damage. Again, I'm just going to tell you guys the answer. The damage is 250, okay? Now, what we're going to do, I'm telling you, the structure right here, this vault, it's a level 1 vault. It has 1,000 HP. Now, I've done a more precise test than this. I actually counted pixels, guys. Whew. Zoomed in, took a screenshot, counted pixels, and I determined the number. Well, the number was 257 based on my pixel count, but pixels can be a little fuzzy, you know, you don't really know where it begins and ends. But I'm pretty sure the answer is 250. But what we're going to do here is drop 4 of the cryo bombs, and you'll see that it blows up after the 4th one. Remember, guys, this vault has 1,000 HP. Here's the first cryo bomb. This was actually the point where I took a screenshot and I zoomed in and I just measured it off and counted pixel by pixel. Just, to let you know the numbers from that test, I had 140 pixels in width and there were 104 pixels remaining, which meant that there was a total of, well, what I just told you. 257 damage is what I calculated from the pixel count, but 257 seems like a weird number, so pretty sure the number is 250. Anyway, there's a second cryo bomb, third cryo bomb, and fourth cryo bomb. And boom, it dies. So guys, pretty sure within a small degree of error that the amount of damage that the cryo bomb does is 250. One thing I'm not sure about is if the cryo bomb has any inherent levels to it or if everybody has the same cryo bomb. I'm a max level player, so let's just call it a max level cryo bomb. I don't have any lower level accounts, so I haven't been able to test it to see if you might get different results with a lower level cryo bomb. But I don't know if low levels would really care about any of this stuff to this detail anyway. Okay, so yeah, I need more GBE to do the duration test. So we're gonna run the exact same base again, and this time we'll be doing it for duration. Let's go back to the base builder. Again, guys, I hope you've tried this base builder site. It's really cool. Unfortunately, you can't do prototype weapons and things like that, but otherwise, you got everything else at your disposal. Okay, I do recommend doing it on a PC with a mouse, though. Makes life a lot easier. Now, with this test, it's really cool. Again, I'm going to tell you the answer. The duration is 10 seconds, guys. It's 10 seconds. What we're going to do is we're going to launch a cryo bomb and immediately follow it with a shock bomb. And they're actually going to hit pretty much simultaneously. And the shock bomb lasts 10 seconds, so you'll see that the cryo bomb does too. So, without any further ado, let's do it. You see that? I'd call that pretty much simultaneously in terms of when they landed. And just watch. Just watch. Poof. We'll do it again. We'll do it again. Here we go. And should be the same. Boom. You see? 10 seconds, guys. So we can cross that off. We can cross the damage off. Okay. So that's that. Now, there are a few other points we need to talk about. Just basically some good ways to use it. I'm not going to go through specific examples, like I'm not going to, do what I just did here for these tests, but obviously it's a huge damage mitigation. So this is probably a great time to use it. Since I told you, it slows everything down to 25% of their normal speed for a total duration of 10 seconds. This can really, really help in a pinch if you're coming into an area that have a lot of structures that are going after your troops. This kind of goes without saying. You do have to be careful because it will, in fact, hit your troops. So your troops will also experience the same slow for the same duration, and they will also take that 250 damage that we talked about. It also, now, obviously, guys, it's great for clearing mines. Heck, that's what that radius test was all about. So it's very tempting to do this in order to clear a path for a smoky attack. But be careful because that will do damage to the buildings, and that causes the buildings to be, oh, I forget the term, but they're activated. So basically, once your troops come out of the smoke, they're going to fire on your troops a lot faster. Had that building never been touched and had that building never seen your troops, it's kind of two caveats there, there would be a delay before that building can actually target your troops. But because it's been touched or because your troops have been seen, that building's already looking at your troops, and it's just going to zap them the moment they come out of smoke. So keep that in mind. There's also a really good use for it that I call the coup de grace shock. In fact, I did this in my previous video that I think it was today that I released it, maybe the day before, where I went with, I think, yeah, it was the day before, where I had warriors going in to an op attack, and I was pretty much out of GBE, and I was rushing up to some rocket launchers, and on my way there, I just tossed off a cryo bomb, and you can see that bought them enough time to take out one more rocket launcher. So it kind of worked like a poor man's shock. I mean, it basically made the rocket launcher wait 4 seconds before shooting off a rocket. So that was really good. And then, of course, the rockets themselves were awfully slow. Another really, really neat use of this is what I call critter amplification. It's basically you drop the cryo bomb, immediately followed up with critters, but do it in that order. Don't do it the other way around. Don't drop the critters, then the cryo, because then your critters get cryoed and they're not effective. But if you cryo, then critter, okay, what's going to happen is because the buildings are so slowed down on their damage, your critters are going to live longer and survive longer, which means they're going to chew through the structures more and kill them. So the combination of cryo critter can be very deadly at times. Now, another thing that I want to talk about, at least that I've noticed at this level, the kind of the higher level, I'm not really that high, but I'm over 1,000 VP, so whatever that is. I know there's people way higher than that. But I've noticed that it's kind of costing me diamonds and intel. I always call them gems, but I know they're called diamonds. Because what I mean is, it's such a good GBE ability. Attackers can more easily get into my base now. And, look, I've got all these nice mines to kind of stop smoky attacks and things like this. Well, one cryo bomb just wipes all that out. So what's happening is I'm actually getting less intel and less diamonds from the raids on my base. It's also part of the reason I've boosted over here. I was getting a little bit upset with that, so I boosted my defense statues. Well, that, and I decided to do a little mini push. I don't have much power powder for that, but again, not the point of the video. So that's basically it. I feel like it is affecting the higher levels in terms of our ability to create intel from defenses or even from raids. But that's basically it, guys. We're going to wrap up Cryo Bomb 101 right here. I hope everyone took notes. There will be a pop quiz next Friday, guys, so be ready for it. Anyway, I'm kidding about the pop quiz. I hope you know that. Thanks for watching so much. I really, really appreciate it. I want you guys to have a great, fantastic day, a super holiday season. Hopefully the weather treats you nice. It's been beautiful here today, 75 degrees. As always, guys, be kind to others, because if you're not, I just don't know what you're doing. Take care.